She's not deaf.
Come here then.
The little thief.
Shh, 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 shh.
Look, that little boy. Where you feel fat. Why they got their name the Harris Walk, which is just a nickname, is unfortunately later on Edward Harris passed away, and John ordinarily ended up calling Adam's best friend.
So it's tail shaped.
Yeah.
Now, because of their social behaviour, they're very good at working with man. They see man as part of their teamwork. He's just doing his Harris Walk, but he's looking for bits. Before him, come here. Go and get that over there, quick. So they tend to put that, and the females wait on the cactus there. When the males actually relay it, they're actually making the quarry succumb to the desert temperatures. They will seize it, and the female will come in and take opportunity of the first part of the quarry. The female will bond, wind's coming from different ways. The female will bond with 2 males every year. She'll mate with the most successful male, the one that produces a fair amount of food and teaches all the young how to survive in the desert life. So, if anything happens to him, she will live with him.
Come on then. Come on.
Not really, they may do. If you've entered your Falcon and you've taught her by the lure, by putting pheasant wings on your lure or so on, then she will eventually go back to get food. But if she's just been later on, they let the bird go back to the wild. Now you can't microchip that because whoever stole the bird going to take the bird to vet if it's sick. It's the microchip. So they don't want the bird, they just want the equipment it's wearing, because the equipment sometimes costs more than the bird itself. So even when they use Falcons, come on there. Yes, he's looking at the cars and he's looking at the boat. Butch. Sit down, man. Oh, good boy. Here, be come on then, let's go. There's no sparrowhawks there either.
Hooting.
Let's go then. Yes. You're doing a lot of running there, really. Are you going to try and fight? No, I'm leaving my and things alone. Come on then, really good lad. Woo. There we go. Are you going to sit onto there? There's your picnic table. If you gave him a plate, a knife and fork, he'd be happy. I'll bring him over to you. Butch. Flying straight away. He's just having a good old look around. This is Budge and Burra. He's a 12-year-old. So he will survive on probably
Well
4 pound salmon at a maximum in the wild. Anything bigger, if you can imagine a 4 pound salmon, a muscular fish diving, is doubling its weight anyway. So the young actually perish in the wild, unfortunately, because their eyes are bigger than their belly. They seize a salmon, but they're not fit enough to swim to shore. Now the adult birds that are fit for flight can actually row with the fish back to ground and feed it. Babies can't, they've just not got the muscle to do it, so they perish. Now between the 1930s and the 1960s, bald eagles, there was 100,000 specimens found in Alaska alone. They were directly persecuted because of the great salmon. So obviously American holdings and breeding programs got them back up to the numbers today, which is 70,000 specimens in much for young birds. That's why you never get babies on thermals, mainly because the unfit babies will get carried away from their territory for miles. So they always appear hard-penned in the autumn, when we've got the breezes coming to assist them then to find food on their own. Just to give you an idea, they have 175 different muscle groups for flight. They get fitter and fitter and fitter over season with actually going out and capturing their own food. The strongest survive. Now when we actually get a new bird in, we have to develop those muscles. He is not fit enough yet to actually go on a thermal, and he's certainly not fit enough to actually get up onto about 35-mile winds yet. However, he is flown in at 7 pounds 7, which is when he's at a distance, he responds within 3 seconds from that distance to the glove. He does come off the top. He will start to come down. He'll hit the easterly winds and turn before he's kind of like, I'm exhausted. So we have to do this level flight work with him to build them their muscles. He's having to use them to fly into the glove. It's also recall training, positive conditioning so that when he is eventually next season thousands of feet up, he's going to respond within 3 seconds from about 5,000 foot. He will stoop at 100 miles an hour. Within the last few thousand feet, he will bring his legs out and he'll use them as brakes to land onto the glove. Now, his sisters in Belgium, which are captive bred also, are already, you know, from previous generations, that's what they're doing. So every bird is trained this way. With the smaller birds, we use a light line, which is known as a crayons. And it actually helps to get the behaviour of the bird conditioned. It gives the bird time to get confident. We can assess his behaviour. All of a sudden a quad bike may be herding sheep through here. He's got to be used to that. Cameras, other folk. Now he flies to me and Barry very good, but when we've been flying guests to him, when he's at his flying weight, he just sulks. They've not made friends of me this morning. Who are you? So we're just kind of, and the thing is at the moment, we can't fly Lakota free. He would bugger off. The reason being is you can see his primary feathers are growing through. A lot of those at the moment are blood filled, which is a very big stress for them. All wild birds tend to be hiding while they're molting until they hard pen again, and the young also. So to nourish those feathers through, we have to exceed his flying weight, which is £7.7. He's now £7.9. Now it's only 2 ounces. But that is enough on that bird's body weight for him to actually go out there and be lost for 2 weeks and still survive. When we reduce that 2 ounces back, we have to do it very slowly. You can't just say, right, don't give him any food tonight, he'll be at £7.7 tomorrow. You will end up with one notoriously aggressive eagle because he knows that you have stolen his food that particular day, and they will set out you the following day and attack you because you've been a thief, and they'll never forget it. It can take up to 8 weeks to actually reduce him slowly that 2 ounces.